Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Real Racing 3. Today we will be doing 100% of Pure Stock Challenge. Last episode we did 50% using the Nissan Silvia and the Ford Focus RS. This episode we're going to be using the Dodge Challenger and the BMW for 35% each of them. And our first race is going to be with the Dodge Challenger. It is going to be 2 laps of Hockenheimring. It is a cup, so it's probably going to be 16 or 22 cars. And also, there's going to be no time trials if you missed the last episode. So we're entering into our first race, and it is going to be 16 cars, I think. And we have 3 of our teammates in the race. And also, this is the showcase, meaning that it'll be completely full of Dodge Challengers. For the first lap, we should be able to get into the top 5, maybe into second place. And there we go, we start the race and we're already accelerating and catching up to the 15th place car into the first corner. We'll be getting a lot of overtakes here, already up into 15, 13, 12, already up into 10th place. There we go, already 9. We're going to go for a double overtake here through the inside, and we're up into 7th place, and we almost hit the back of that purple Dodge Challenger. We could go for a double overtake in this straight here, and there we go, getting a good exit of that corner. We're up into 6th place, then through the outside we're going into 5th place, and here another double overtake, I think. Almost lost it there, and then we're already up into 3rd place in the first lap, and still a lot of the track left to go. We're catching up to the 2nd place car very quick. So we should be able to get into the top 2 for the first lap. There we go, already up into 2nd place around the outside, and we are now catching up to the 1st place Dodge Challenger and getting quite a bad exit there from that corner. And then I accidentally clicked the rear view mirror button, so then we end off the track. We're probably going to finish this first lap in 2nd place. We could have gotten 1st maybe. If I did a good exit on that corner. And we're now going into the final corner. So first corner of the 2nd lap, we should be able to catch up enough to the 1st place car, so we could overtake him on the straight, maybe even at the corner itself. We're catching up to that Dodge Challenger now into the straight, and because we are fully upgraded through the inside, we're going to take the lead of the German Grand Prix. But that car got a little bit better braking. But there we go. We have now taken the lead of the German Grand Prix and now pulling away from the 2nd place car on the 2nd lap. So we're now pulling away very quickly, and I cannot see the 2nd place cars, 3rd place cars in the rear view mirror over there. And now we're exiting these 2 corners, sliding a little bit. And there we go into the straight, and we're pulling away from that Dodge Challenger even more, and we slide again a little bit on that corner's exit. But I think we have now secured the win for the German Grand Prix, and now we are accelerating away from that 2nd place car. Also, our last lap, the first lap of the race, we got 1 minute 40. So this lap we should go for a faster time, maybe into the 1 minute 30s. So already 1 minute 10, but only a few corners left here, and after these 2 corners here, and then there we go, we're already 2 corners left, 1 corner left, only at 120, and we're exiting into the straight now, 120s, and then 130s there, and there we go. I think we got more than 10 seconds faster than the first lap. I think it's also partially because we had a standing start on the first lap, so it slowed us down. But now we'll be moving on to the next race. So our next race is a cup at Silverstone, and it is going to be 2 laps. I think this will be another 16, yep. And there's a few of our teammates here. So this is going to be the F1 track, so it's going to be a little bit shorter. I think less than 1 minute we should be able to get the 1 lap here. And through the outside of the first car that we're going to pass, there we go, going a little bit off the track. Oh, come on, man. Okay, never mind. Let's just go full speed up to 11th already, catching up to 10th. There we go, up into 9th, 8th already in the first lap within 5 corners, and we're up into 6th place. And now we're going into 5th, and then there's 4th, and then the podium cars through the outside of the exit. And there we go, we have gotten into the podium places, catching up into the first and second cars. And his name is Speedy Parkins, but he's not going to be speedy enough because we are going to catch up to him in this corner and getting that acceleration boost from fully upgraded. Through the just barely we're not able to get the overtake, but through the chicane we should be able to do it. And through the inside, and there we go, we have now taken second place on the first lap. I think this is where the finish line is. Now we're catching up into the first place car, and I think this is the finish line there. Okay, we're up it now in the final lap, but now we're catching up to the first place car very quickly, the white BMW. Oh yeah, this is the BMW showcase, meaning that it will be full of BMWs only. But now we're getting very close to the BMW. To the inside of this corner, just barely we're not able to make the move, but there we're into the big straight and getting that fully upgraded speed bonus. We're already up into first place. There we go, we have taken the lead of the British Grand Prix. Almost went off the track, similar to what happened in the Dodge Challenger one. But now we'll be going into the final chicane after this straight, going into first person so we can see that BMW in our rear view mirror through the final corner here. And now accelerating into the big curve, now into the starting grid, and there we go, we have now won the British Grand Prix, and we'll be moving on to our next race. Okay guys, 75% is actually going to be reached from the BMW 1 Series time trial, meaning that this will be the only time trial that will be in this video. And it is going to, and because we have the BMW fully upgraded, we should go for a fast time, maybe in the top 20%. And okay, already here we should be able to get a top speed in this track, but we have to brake a little bit because this is not like the Toyota Camry NASCARs. But wait, it actually sort of is the Camry NASCAR because we do have to brake a little bit in the corners when we're going at our top speeds. The top speed of the BMW is 179 miles per hour, so we are getting very close to it. And also there's a bunch of people in the crowds in the stands. I think there's like a full capacity on this track. There are a lot of people here. Now into the finishing straight, and there's the finish line. There we go, we have completed 75% of pure stock challenge, and then we'll be collecting our 75 bonus. So here's our bonus. It is going to reward. It is 8,000 race dollars and 8 gold, which might not seem like that much, but from how cheap to buy and upgrade all of these cars, it's actually very nice. And also there's still the 100%. So we're now at the final race of the video of the series as well. It is going to be 3 laps of Silverstone. Now both of the Ford Focus and Nissan Silvia are unusable because of that minimum PR. And we're now going to be entering the race. But 3 laps, there should be a very good RS reward from this. Maybe more than 15,000 RS, which could be very good farm, unless the track is very long. And then it could take more time than an endurance race, which I've already farmed before. It can give you 30,000 using the manager to get 2 times more. There we go, already starting the race. 22 cars, another full grid, and we're already up into the 21st. To the outside of the first corner, bunch of overtakes here. Already up into 17th, 13th. 17th, 16th, 15th there. And wait, how is there a Ford Focus and a Nissan Silvia? Even though there's a PR minimum? Are you kidding me, man? But that's actually good because they're really underpowered for this race. So underpowered that the game doesn't even allow you to choose them. But I don't know why they're still here in the race. but that's good for us because they're ridiculously slower than the BMW. Up into the top 10 already in the first lap. That is more than half of the grid. To the inside of this racing livery, Nissan Silvia. Up into 9th, catching up big time to the Dodge Challenger here. Up into 8th, around the outside for this corner. Around the inside actually. And then into the braking zone. That is actually one of the teammates, 9AK. Around the outside again. There we go. Up into 6th place on the first lap. I don't think that this is not actually the finish line. I can see that on a mini-map. This is the 2009 version. I'm not sure what series this is in. It could be in the Formula 1 series. But I don't know. But we're up into 5th place, catching up into the BMW right here. I think the rest of the cars are going to be BMWs. Now we're catching up into the 3rd place podium car. And I could not see the 2nd and 1st place cars yet. Which means they're already pulling away from us. Because we're stuck behind the 3rd place car. And then missing that exit, but you're using our fully upgraded car. Acceleration, and we're already pulling away now. Now we need to catch up into the 2nd and 1st place cars. That is the 2nd place, that's the finish line. And now we're going to be into one of the big straights here, catching up into these 2 cars. They're still very, very far away. 300 yards is no joke, especially when you're in a very slow car compared to other cars that I've driven, BMW 1 Series. But we're catching up big time here already, down to 200. It almost was only 100. But their acceleration is just really, really, really powerful. Now I can see why they choose a really big track and only up to 3 laps. But even then, we might not be able to catch up because they have such a huge lead. And because they started in all the way in 1st place and 2nd place, I presume they started in those. They're already started very far away. But now we're catching up into these 2 cars. Luckily, they're both bunched up together, so we could go for a double overtake if we're lucky enough. Now we're going into the final lap of the race. There it is, 3rd. Oh wait, no, that's not the finish line. Anyways, now we're catching up. That's actually a good thing because now we have more time to catch up to these 2 cars right here. Hopefully, in this lap we can get up to 2nd place. We are catching up, I know, for this 2nd place car here. We're catching up a lot. But that exit is always something we need to keep in mind because they can accelerate before us. But we're still catching up to those BMWs. I think they're both BMWs. If they're not Challenger or BMW, that is some serious skill from the AIs. Okay, now this I think is the final lap. Here it is, the final lap, but we're still in 3rd place on the 3rd lap, with a huge lead from these 2 cars right here. Now the cars are getting pulled away from each other, which is making it even worse. But we're catching up to the BMW very quickly here, getting a huge run up from to this BMW into the straight. Hopefully we get enough acceleration from fully upgraded, but this is the last race. There are chances that some of the cars here are also fully upgraded. Going into this corner right here, we have gotten a lot of overtakes in this corner before. To the inside, there we go. We have taken the 2nd place of the race. Now we'll be catching up into the 1st place car. Only a few corners left. Here's the final chicane of the original track, which is the one now. And we're catching up very quickly to that BMW now. It is having a metallic, which means it is either fully upgraded or it is very upgraded. Because metallic is I think it is one of the last. But no, this is candy, which is the last color on road cars. But we're right behind the BMW here. Going into the corner through the inside. There we go. We have taken the lead of the British Grand Prix with only a few corners left to go on the last lap on the last race. Oh my god, that was probably the best race I've had yet. And there should be a lot of money when we win this race. Maybe even more if we don't damage our car or hire the manager to give us 2 times more money. Now we're into the final straight. And And there we go. We have won the British Grand Prix, the last race of this series, meaning that we have now completed 100% of Pure Stock Challenge. And then we should be able to get a big reward also. And we got 600,000 RS from that, from completing this series. And we started this series 0% from only 281,000. There might have been other races along the way, but we have gotten 400 grand between starting and completing this series. And we're going to get much more later. So I have now completed 100%. There is the reward 12,000 RS and 12 gold, which is big. So the next series we're going to be doing after Pure Stock Challenge, after completing it, this is 16 gold trophies. There we go, and a lot of money as well. And then this next series we're going to be doing is Road Car International. We have already completed this one, so we could get the car for free, and also it's very easy and not really that interesting because it's not really that many races. The next series we're going to be doing is Road Car International with the Hyundai Veloster and the Lexus F Sport, Nissan 350Z, and BMW Z4 M Coupe, all in the next series, including our Nissan Silvia and Ford Focus. And actually, when I bought it, the Hyundai Veloster in the game had one single PR. Anyways, guys, like, subscribe, and bye, guys.